El área 51, lugar donde muchos misterios, teorías y sobre todo la posibilidad de que ya tenemos contacto extraterrestre. Sin duda alguna, este lugar da mucho de qué hablar, para jóvenes y para adultos. Este lugar llama mucho la atención. Incluso hay gente que ha intentado cruzar esta área, pero sin éxito. Si llegas a poner un pie en el lugar, lo más seguro es que te detengan. Como consecuencia, llevarte una multa de $500 y 6 meses de reclusión. Pero, ¿qué hay en la área 51? ¿Por qué es tan secreta para la sociedad? Mucho se habla, pero poco se habla sobre Bob Leisel, que afirma ser ex trabajador del área 51, quien en sus propias palabras afirma haber visto y entrado en una nave no identificada, es decir, una nave extraterrestre. Con sus propios ojos pudo evidenciar cómo es por dentro, describiendo a detalle. Para los más escépticos, no estarán de acuerdo con lo que este hombre describe. Pero he aquí por qué creemos que está diciendo la verdad. En cada una de sus entrevistas, no cambia su descripción. Siempre es conciso y directo con sus palabras. Voy a reproducir una de sus entrevistas y serás tú quien dé la última palabra.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated, since everything operates without any interconnection, so the placement of components might be critical. So they allowed me to go inside and look at it. Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
So you're going into this craft, and what are you thinking when you're inside of it? Like, what are you seeing?
It's a very ominous feeling because there are no, first of all, everything is one color. It's like a dark pewter color, and there are no right angles anywhere. It's as if somebody took, I've said this before, somebody took a model and fashioned it out of wax and then heated it just for a short time so everything melted. Everything looks like it's fused together. Everything has a radius of curvature where two items meet. It's a really weird looking thing. But there was almost nothing other than a small foldable hatchway that looked recognizable. Everything was really unworldly, to pick a way to describe it.
So you get inside this thing, and it's designed for something that's much smaller than a human being.
Yeah, you can't really stand up till you get to the very center of it.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
And what do you think this was designed for?
I'd say something close to half my height.
Wow. So these little 3-foot tallish creatures.
Yeah, and the seats were small too. I mean, obviously it was made, for something small. But there's nothing else in there. There's just seats, the reactor, and some of the subcomponents. There's no control panels. There's no bathroom. There's no decorative components or artwork or anything that you would recognize or trim. I mean, it's just a very bare bones thing.
You're not seeing any screens?
Well, there are archways around it that are part of the superstructure, and that one of the archways can become transparent. When I was in there was another group working on one of the archways, and you could call that a screen. more or less.
So through that archway, it would maintain the solidity, the solid, whatever metal it was.
Yeah.
But you could see
Yeah,
through
it just became transparent. Yeah. I saw that happen once or twice before I left.
Did you ask any questions about what the fuck?
No,
that
there's
was?
no asking
There's
questions.
no asking questions.
No.
But when you watch something become transparent and you realize it's still there, but you can now see through it.
Yeah, I mean, now that's not that impressive. We do have some liquid crystal materials that are like that. You know, they have
I've seen that in
smart
bathrooms.
glass. Yeah, they call it smart glass. So this is just, and I don't know if the craft is made of, you know, an advanced metal or a ceramic. It was cold to the touch, so you know, I would lean
And
more
again,
towards a metal.
And when you see this craft and you're inside, was there any indication that there was an area that they would use to control it, to pilot it? Was there a pilot seat? Was there...
There were 3 seats. They sat around, the reactor was in the dead center of it, and then equidistant around there were 3 seats.
So
And that's all. There was a large, they're not consoles, they're large rectangular objects, also spaced equidistant around the center. There's nothing on them, there's no buttons, there's no lights, there's
and
no
they
control.
look the same color, the same
Everything
thing.
is the same
It's
color.
just a different shape.
Right. And directly underneath them, there's 3 levels in the craft. The main level is what we're talking about. Directly under that, those are the gravity amplifiers, the big rectangular objects. Underneath them are the gravity emitters that look like, for lack of a better word, a trash can hanging on a pipe. 3 of those. And then the top layer, this is just my personal belief, I think that has to do with a navigation or their version of a computer with some planar panels, sensor panels around the craft that we would call portholes, but they're not portholes, they're just black areas. And I think that just determines its, you know, position in space. But I physically was in the center section, and I stuck my torso in the bottom section and hung upside down so I could see how the gravity amplifiers were positioned.
What is the roughly the size of this thing?
It's I don't remember from being there, but after all this stuff was over, I had John Andrews, a guy from the Testers Model Corporation, and you know, we sat down and tried to figure out from what I saw and known sizes of things, and we came up with 52 feet in diameter.